Sometimes I'm right and I can be wrong. My own beliefs are in my songs. Butcher, the baker, the drummer, and then makes no difference what group I'm in.
Well, sometimes I'm right and I can be wrong. My own beliefs are in my song. The butcher, the banker, the drummer, and then it makes no difference what group I'm in. 'Cause I am everyday people.
There is a blue one that can't accept the green one, for living with the fat one, trying to be a skinny one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on. And Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo, sha-sha. We got to live together.
I am no better, and neither are you. We are the same, whatever we do. You love me, you hate me, you know me and him. Still can't figure out the thing I'm in.
'Cause I am everyday people.
Yeah, yeah.
There is a long head that doesn't like the short hair, for being such a rich one that will not help the poor one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on. And Scooby-Dooby-Doo, sha-sha. We got to live together. There is a yellow one that won't accept the black one, that won't accept the red one, that won't accept the white one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on. And Scooby-Dooby-Doo, sha-sha. I am everyday people.
You've been listening to Everyday People, originally recorded in 1968 by Sly and the Family Stone. This song carries the theme of our show tonight, the rhythms of poetry, many feet, one beat.
We all come from many different places and walks of life, but we are also one people, everyday people.
If you only look for poetry, you will find poetry. My soul, a tiny speck, is my tutor. Evening sun and fragrant grass are common things, but with understanding, they can become glorious verse. Yuan May.
Welcome to our presentation tonight, the rhythms of poetry and people. Many feet, one beat.
Tonight, we will focus on the various elements of poetry that poets use in order to communicate to our souls and senses all that they sensed and felt in their souls.
When poetry is passed from writer to reader, something powerful happens. Listen to what acclaimed poets from the past have to tell us about the power of poetry.
Poetry is language at its most distilled and most powerful. Rita Dove.
A poem begins as a lump in the throat, a sense of wrong, a homesickness, a lovesickness. It finds the thought, and the thought finds the words. Robert Frost.
Genuine poetry can be communicated before it is understood. T.S. Eliot.
Poetry is thoughts that breathe and words that burn. Thomas Gray.
Poetry lifts the veil from the hidden beauty of the world and makes familiar objects be as if they were not familiar. Percy Bysshe Shelley.
Poetry lifts us up to our moral standards of peace and harmony. Maya Angelou.
A poem begins in delight and ends in wisdom. Robert Frost.
Poets use rhythm, rhyme, sounds of letters, sounds of words, simile, and metaphor.
Tonight, we will show you what happens within the reader through all the rhythms of poetry.
Through the rhythms of poetry, there is always one beat, the movement of the soul.
Poetry brings us to realize that human beings walk to one beat too.
That one beat seeks virtue, truth, and beauty. We can learn to live together through the music of poetry.
Poetry shows us that people have rhythms too, and we are each unique in how we live in the world.
We learn about ourselves and others. We understand our history and our world.
We celebrate human life and all its feelings and experiences.
I am everyday people.
Different strokes for different folks. Many feet, one beat.
Many feet, one beat.
It's all in my song. Butcher, the baker, no worry. Makes no difference for me.
Sometimes I'm right, got me wrong. My own beliefs are in my song. The butcher, the baker, the rum thing makes no difference when you find me. And everyday people.
We got to live together. I am your gang, and you are going. You care for me, you love me, you hate me, you know me and me. Still ain't and every day people, yeah.
Poetry. Fun for you and fun for me. Clap your hands, stomp your feet. Feel the rhythm, feel the beat. Chunky words all chopped in chips. Silky sounds upon your lips. Tell a story, happy, sad, silly, sorry, good or bad. Leap a leap, hop a hop, see the ocean in one drop. Shout it, poetry. Fun for you and fun for me.
Poetry is filled with poetic devices that are enjoyable to our ears. Alliteration is when a number of words start with letters that sound alike.
An onomatopoeia is formation of a word that imitates a sound.
Snap, sniff, snort.
Listen to the alliteration and the onomatopoeia of the following poems.
The zoo was in an uproar. The rabbits stamped their feet. The pigs expressed displeasure.
The news refused to eat.
Disgraceful, gasped Gibbons.
Barbaric, boomed the bear. Distressing, wept the leopard. The ferrets fumed. Unfair. Repellent, pulled the puma. Bizarre, a badger bawled. The donkeys were disgusted.
The pandas were appalled.
The camel ran for cover. The turtle fled her shell. The seal stayed underwater. The walrus felt unwell.
How wicked, whined the weasel.
Uncalled for, cawed the crows.
The tigers lost their tempers.
A polecat held his nose.
Unseemly, screamed an eagle.
The lion roared with wrath.
That day the hippopotamus forgot to take a bath.
I'm Twaddle Talk Tuck, and I talk, and I talk.
And I talk when I run. And I talk when I walk.
And I talk when I hop. And I talk when I creep.
And I talk when I wake. And I talk when I sleep.
And I talk when it's wet, and I talk when it's dry.
And I talk when I laugh. And I talk when I cry.
I talk when I jump, and I talk when I land.
I talk when I sit. And I talk when I stand.
And I talk into anyone's ear.
And I talk when there's nobody.
And I talk when I'm hoarse and my voice is a squawk. For
I talk tough, and I talk.
The pitcher pitched a pitcher.
the batter batted a bat.
The shortstop stopped short to see.
The catcher catch a cat.
Mud is very nice to feel. A squishy scratch between the toes.
I'd rather wade in wiggly mud than smell a yellow rose.
Nobody else but the rose bush knows how nice mud feels
Between the toes.
Tick, 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 toast, up, egg, sandwich, quick, 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 sandwich, sandwich, lick, 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 tick, 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 tick.
Stop!
Pop!
The circus train made an ice cream stop at the 52 flavor ice cream stand.
The animals all got off the train and walked right up to the ice cream man.
I'll take vanilla, yelled the gorilla.
I'll take chocolate, shouted the ocelot.
I'll take the strawberry, chirped the canary.
Rocky Road,
Croaked the toad.
lemon and lime,
Growled the lion.
Said the ice cream man.
Till I see a dime, you'll get no ice cream of mine.
Then the animals snarled and screeched and growled.
They whinnied and whimpered and hooted and howled.
and gobbled up the whole ice cream stand. All 52 flavors.
53 with ice cream man.
I am Ebenezer Bleezer. I run Bleezer's ice cream store. There are flavors in my freezer you have never seen before.
28 divine creations. Too delicious to resist.
Why not do yourself a favor and try the flavors on my list?
Cocoa, mocha,
Macaroni,
tapioca, smoked bologna,
checkerberry cheddar chew, chicken cherry honeydew,
tutti frutti stewed tomato,
Tuna taco, baked potato.
Lobster, lychee, lima bean.
Mozzarella, mango steam.
almond ham, meringue salami,
yam anchovy, prune pastrami,
Sassafras, souvlaki hat. Sukiyaki, succotash.
butter brickle, pepper pickle,
Pomegranate, pumpernickel.
peach, pimento, piece of plum,
Peanut pumpkin, bubblegum.
broccoli, banana, bluster,
chocolate chop, suey custard,
avocado, Brussels sprout,
periwinkle sauerkraut,
cotton candy, carrot custard,
cauliflower cola mustard,
Onion dumpling, double dip.
turnip truffle triple flip,
Garlic gumbo gravy guava.
Lentil lemon liver lava.
Orange olive bagel beet. Watermelon waffle wheat. I am Ebenezer Bleezer. I run Bleezer's ice cream store. Taste the flavor from my freezer. You will surely ask for more. I'm shouting. I'm singing. I'm swinging through trees. I'm winging sky high with the buzzing black bees. I'm the sun. I'm the moon. I'm the dew on the rose. I'm a rabbit whose habit is twitching his nose. I'm lively. I'm lovely. I'm kicking my heels.
I'm crying come dance to the freshwater eels.
I'm racing through meadows without any coat.
I'm a gambling lamb. I'm a light leaping goat. I'm a bird. I'm a bird. I'm the dove on the wing. I'm running on rooftops and welcoming spring.
What I told Mrs. Morris when she asked how I was feeling today.
By Ken Nesbitt. Grumbling, grouchy, groggy, grumpy, sleepy, slouchy, pussy, grumpy, whiny, weary, cranky, crazy, dingy, dreary, loopy, lazy, busy, drowsy, crusty, crummy, loony, lousy, scrappy, scummy,
Leery.
batty, shaky, shabby, rusty, ratty, cruddy, crabby.
That describes it, Mrs. Morris.
Thank you
for the new thesaurus.
Alliteration and wordplay are used together to make tongue twisters. Let's listen and see how these students twist their tongues. A flea and a fly flew up in a flue. Said the flea, let us fly. Said the fly, let us flee. So they flew through a flaw in the flue.
Whether the weather be fine or whether the weather be not.
Whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot.
What weather the weather,
Whatever the weather,
whether we like it or not.
Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. Moses, he knows his toes aren't roses, as Moses supposes his toes is to be.
A tutor who tooted the flute tried to teach two young tutors to toot.
Said the tune to the tutor, is it harder to toot or to tutor to tutors to toot?
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
a peck of pickled peppers, Peter Piper picked.
If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers,
Where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
Poets use rhyme to have fun. These poems show how rhyme and rhythm are used together.
Ella Telephone by Laura Elizabeth Richards. There once was an elephant who tried to use the telephone. No, I mean elephone, who tried to use the telephone. Dear me, I'm not certain quite that even now I've got it right. However it was, he got his trunk entangled in the telephone.
the more he tried to get it free, the louder buzzed the telephone.
I fear we better drop the song of elephant and telephone.
Purple Cow by Gillette Burgess. I never saw a purple cow. I hope I never see one.
But I can tell you anyhow, I'd rather see than be one.
Choosing shoes.
By Frida Wolf.
New shoes, red and pink and blue shoes.
What would you choose if they let us buy?
Buckle shoes, bow shoes, pretty pointy toe shoes.
Trappy cappy low shoes. Let's have some to try.
White shoes, bright shoes, dandy dance by night shoes.
Perhaps a little tight shoes, like some so would I.
But flat shoes, fat shoes, stuck along like that shoes.
Wipe them on the mat shoes. That's the sort they'll buy.
A limerick is a short, humorous, 5-line poem with a strict AABBA rhyme scheme.
Listen to the bouncy rhythms of these next 7 limericks.
There once was an old man with a beard who said, "It is just as I feared. 2 owls and a hen, 4 larks and a wren have all built their nests in my beard." There was an old man who said, "Hush, I perceive a young bird in this bush." When I said, "Is it small?" he replied, "Not at all. It is 4 times as big as the bush."
There was an old man in a tree, whose whiskers were lovely to see.
But the birds of the air had come perfectly fair
To make themselves nests in that tree.
There was a young lady whose nose continuously prospers and grows.
When it grew out of sight, she exclaimed in a fright,
Oh, farewell to the end of my nose.
There was a young lady whose bonnet came untied when the bird sat upon it. But she said,
I don't care. All the birds in the air are welcome to sit on my bonnet.
There once was a man of Bengal who was asked to a fancy dress ball.
He murmured, I'll risk it and glass a biscuit. But the dog ate him up in the hall.
I sat next to the Duchess at tea. It was just as I feared it would be. Her rumblings abdominal was simply abominable, and everyone thought it was me. Rhythm and rhyme can also be used artfully to recreate a feeling or experience.
Desert by Marilyn Singer. In this tent, a boy dreams of traveling, but it is not the familiar desert he's crossing. It is the moon. Astronauts less familiar with heat and dust have walked there. Why not one day him?
Renaissance.
By Edna St. Vincent Millay. All I could see from where I stood were 3 long mountains and a wood.
I turned and looked another way and saw 3 islands in a bed.
So with my eyes, I traced the line of the horizon, thin and fine.
Straight around till I was come back to where I started from.
And all I saw from where I stood was 3 long mountains and a wood.
Who has seen the wind?
By Christina G. Rossetti. Who has seen the wind? Neither I nor you.
But when the leaves hang trembling, the wind is passing through.
Who has seen the wind? Neither you nor I. But when the trees bow down their heads, the wind is passing by.
Set the tone.
By J. Patrick Lewis. I was really in a muddle, looking over a mud puddle, 'cause I didn't have a paddle or a twig to ride the reef. But I said, oh, fiddle faddle, this is just a little piddle.
Of a second fiddle puddle, so I sailed up a leaf.
I set sail on the puddle, but I reached the muddy middle.
I rocked the leaf a little, and I gave it all I had.
And I solved the mighty riddle of the whole caboodle puddle. When I hopped up on the middle of a beetle launching pad.
Ribbit.
A Moraine Song by Langston Hughes.
Let the rain kiss you.
Let the rain beat upon your head with silver liquid drops. Let the rain sing you a lullaby.
The rain makes still pools on the sidewalk. The rain makes running pools in the gutter. The rain plays a little sleep song on our roof at night. And I love the rain.
When I heard the learned astronomer.
By Walt Whitman.
When I heard the learned astronomer.
When the proofs, the figures were arranged in columns before me.
When I was shown the charts and diagrams. To add, divide, and measure them. When I sitting heard the astronomer. Where he lectured with much applause in the lecture room.
How soon unaccountable I became tired and sick. till rising and gliding out, I wandered off by myself
In the mystical moist night air.
and from time to time looked up at perfect silence at the stars.
Very Early by Carla Cuskin.
When I wake in the earliness, the sun has hardly shone.
Everything is still asleep.
And I'm awake alone. The stars are faint and flickering. The sun is new and shy.
And all the world sleeps quietly,
Except the sun
and I.
And then the noises start. The whirs and huffs and hums. The birds peep out to find a word. The mice squeak out for crumbs. The calf moves out to find a cow. And taste the morning air. And everything is wide awake and running everywhere. The dew has arrived. The fields are warm. The day is loud and bright. And I'm the one who woke the sun and kissed the stars goodnight.
Pirate Don Dirk of Dowdee.
Ho for the pirate Don Dirk of Dowdee! He was as wicked could be.
But oh, he was perfectly gorgeous to see. The pirate Don Dirk of Dowdee.
His conscience, of course, it was black as a bat.
But he had a floppity plume on his hat.
And when he went walking, it jiggled like that. The blue of the pirate Dowdee.
His coat, it was handsome and cut with a slash.
And often as ever he twirls mustache.
Deep down in the ocean, the mermaids went splash.
Because of Don Dirk of Dowdee.
Moreover, Dowdee had a purple tattoo.
And stuck in his belt where he buckled it through
Were a dagger, a dirk, and a squizamaroo.
For fierce was the pirate Dowdee.
So fearful he would shoot at a pup.
And always at sea when the weather grew rough.
He drank from a bottle and wrote on his cuff.
Did pirate Don Dirk of Dowdee.
Oh, he had a cutlass that swung in his thigh.
And he had a parrot called Pepperkin Pie.
And a zigzaggy scar at the end of his eye.
Had pirate Don Dirk of Dowdee.
He kept in a cavern, this buccaneer bold,
A curious chest that was covered with mold.
And all of his pockets were jingling with gold.
Oh, jing went the gold of Dowdee.
His conscience, of course, it was crooked like a squash.
But both of his boots made a slickery slosh.
And he went through the world with a wonderful swash.
did pirate Don Dirk of Dowdee.
It's true, he was as wicked could be.
His sins they outnumbered 103.
But oh, he was perfectly gorgeous to see.
The pirate Don Dirk of Dowdee. We began with a playful poem by Mildred Flew Meggs that was full of poetic devices.
The music of these next poems bring us to many places. Places of sorrow, places of awe, places that excite us and set us wondering, places over time and seasons, and places of quiet contemplation.
Mount Etna is Europe's oldest and continuously active volcano. The Greeks took note as far back as 475 BC.
Mount Etna, a volcano in Sicily, by Virgil.
The port is large and sheltered from the winds.
But Etna near, with frightful desolation, roars.
at times sending up bursts of black clouds in the air.
With rolling smoke of pitch and flashing sparks,
and globes of flame that lick the very stars.
Then, from the valley of the mountain, torn,
Huge stones are hurled and melted rocks heaped up, a roaring flood of fire.
'Tis said that here, Enceladus, half blasted by the bolts of heaven, was thrust beneath the mountainous mass.
But mighty Etna, piled above, sends forth his fiery breathings from the broken flues.
and every time he turns his weary sides, all Sicily groans and trembles.
And the sky is wreathed in smoke. In this verse from Childe Harold's pilgrimage, nature is presented as a source of freedom, beauty, and power, offering a respite from the human world. There is a pleasure in the pathless woods.
There is a rapture on the lonely shore.
There's society where none intrudes.
By the deep sea and music in its roar.
I love not man the less, but nature more.
From these are interviews, from which I steal, from all I may be, or have been before.
To mingle with the universe.
And feel what I can never express, yet cannot all conceal.
Our heritage is very important to us. The next poem speaks to a place inside of us.
Lineage by Margaret Walker.
My grandmothers were strong. They followed plows as bent to toil.
They moved through fields sowing seeds. They touched the earth and grain grew. They were full of sturdiness and singing. My grandmothers were strong.
My grandmothers are full of memories, smelling of soap and onions and wet clay.
With veins rolling roughly over quick hands, they have many clean words to say. My grandmothers were strong. Why am I not as they?
The heartfelt link between grandmother and grandchild sets a loving, peaceful scene.
The back step by Lee Knowles. Every day at sunset, we watch the cows go by. We always like to be there, my grandmother and I. They like to go to water along the same old track, but some must have a wander, and some go quickly back.
There's Mabel, Maud, and Judy, Mitzi, who's always late, and Betsy Ann, who's rubbing her flanks against the gate.
Not for them, the dryness of car, bike, or train. For them, it's warming sunshine and clear, refreshing rain.
It's giving milk every morning and dozing in the grass. It's never thinking over how each new day will pass.
And we can share a little in all this peace around, sitting on the back step, scratching on the ground.
And so we dream together and watch the cows go by while shelling peas and chatting, my grandmother and I.
Each of these next set of poems paints the beauty and history of 3 distinct places.
The Lake Isle of Innisfree by William Butler Yeats.
I will arise and go now, and go to Innisfree.
With a small cabin built there of clay and wattles made.
9 bean roads will I have there, a hive for the honeybee.
And live alone in the bee-loud glade.
And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow.
Dropping from the vales of the morning to where the cricket sings.
There, midnight's all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow.
And evening full of the linnet's wings.
I will arise and go now, for always, night and day.
I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore.
While I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's edge,
I hear it in the deep heart's core.
A California Desert by William Wendell Riley. The golden sun has climbed his golden stair.
From vantage hills, he holds our summer land in sweltering heat, in awful fiery glare.
he holds high carnival o'er these desert sands.
The valley, hills, and plains are brown and bare. where spring had decked them with unnumbered bloom that poured unstinted fragrance on the air.
And died beneath the fiery suns of June.
Hot whirls of air encircle every hill, like demons' fiery breath from lands ablaze.
That shrivel, wither, burn, blight, smite, and kill.
And make a boundless desert of the plains.
Thou heated orb, our world's relentless sun.
Look on these burning wastes, what thou hast done.
Paris by Willa Cather. Behind the arch of glory sets the day.
The river lies in curves of silver light.
The fields Elysian glitter in a spray of golden dust. The gilded dome is bright. The towers of Notre Dame cut clean and gray the evening sky.
And pale, from left to right, 100 bridges leap from either quay. Pillared with pride, the city of delight sits like an empress by her silver set.
Heavy with jewels, all her splendid dower flashing upon her. Won by shore and main, by shock of combat, sacked from town and tower.
Wherever men have builded hall or fame,
Red war hath gleamed for her, and men have slain to deck her loveliness.
I feel again that joy which brings her art to faultless flower, that passion of her kings, who reign on reign, arrayed her star by star with pride and power.
Some poems relate to aspects of the human experience.
The next poem is a funny one about Eat It All Elaine by Kay Starbird. I went away last August
To a summer camp in Maine.
And there I met a camper called Eat It All Elaine.
Although Elaine was quiet, she liked to cause a stir.
By acting out the nickname her campmates gave to her.
The day of our arrival at cabin number 3, when girls kept coming over to greet Elaine and me,
She took a piece of Kleenex and calmly chewed it up.
Then strolled outside the cabin and ate a buttercup. Elaine, from that day forward, was always in command.
On hikes, she'd eat some birch bark.
on swims she eats some sand,
At meals she swallowed prune pits.
and never has a pain.
While everyone around her would giggle, "Oh, Elaine."
One morning, berry picking,
A bug was in her pail.
And though we thought for certain her appetite would fail,
Elaine said, a stink bug. And as we murmured, ew,
she ate her pail of berries and ate the stink bug too.
The night of final banquet,
when counselors were handing awards to different children,
Whom they believed outstanding to every thinking person.
At summer camp in May,
The most outstanding camper was Eat It All Elaine.
Some memories have a special place in our hearts. Oh, Teddy Bear by Jack Pulaski.
Oh, Teddy Bear, dear Teddy, though you're gone these many years,
How I recall with deep affection, how I nibbled on your ears.
I can hardly keep from smiling as my heart beats fast and glows.
When I think about the morning that I twisted off your nose.
Teddy Bear, you didn't whimper. Teddy Bear, you didn't pout.
When I reached in with my fingers and tore your tummy out, you didn't even mumble or emit the faintest cries.
when I pulled your little paws off, when I bit your button eyes. Yes, you sat beside me calmly, and you didn't once protest. When I ripped apart the stuffing that was packed inside your chest.
And you didn't seem to notice when I yanked out all your hair.
But it's been ages since I've seen you. But I miss you, teddy bear.
The music of poetry is all about imagery.
Listen to the strong words that describe the heron catching his prey. The Heron by Theodore Redke.
The heron stands in water when the swamp has deepened to the blackness of a pool, or balances with one leg on a hummock, or marsh grass heaped over a muskrat.
He walks the shore with an antic grace. The great feet break the bridges of the sea.
His long eye notes the minnow's hiding place. His beak is quicker than a human hand.
He jerks a frog across his bony lip, then points his heavy bill above the wood.
Wide wings flap, but once to lift him up, a single ripple starts from where he stood.
This next poem describes the touch and taste of a peach. Touch it to your cheek, and it's soft as a velvet newborn mouse who has to strive to be alive.
Bite in. Runny honey blooms on your tongue as if you've bitten open a whole hive.
Poem can bring forth a brief observation. Hanging by Elizabeth Bourlet. On the bare blackened branch, one apple, alone. All her golden companions withered and gone.
February Twilight by Sarah Teasdale captures a quiet, solitary moment in nature and a personal connection with the stars.
I stood beside a hill,
Smooth with new-laid snow.
A single star looked up from the cold evening glow.
there was no other creature.
That saw what I could see.
I stood and watched that single star as long as it watched me.
William H. Moore employs many poetic devices to evoke the sound and feeling of a winter scene.
Here in the time of the winter morn, love,
I see the sunlit leaves of changing hue burn clear against a sky of tender blue. Here in the time of the winter morn, love.
Here in the time of the winter morn, love,
I hear the low toned bells of changing song ring clear upon the air the full day long.
Here in the time of the winter morn, love,
I hear the linking bells. I see the changing leaves.
and one lone heart for summer silent grieves.
Here in the time of the winter morn, love.
This next poem by Jack Prelutsky describes another young girl with a voracious appetite.
Hungerly Potts, unpredictable niece, declared with her usual zeal that she would devour my piece after piece.
Her uncle's new automobile.
She set to her task very early one morn.
By consuming the whole carburetor.
Then she swallowed the windshield, the headlights, the horn.
And the steering wheel just a bit later.
She chomped on the doors, on the handles and locks.
On the valves and pistons and rings.
On the air pump and fuel pump and spark plugs and shocks.
On the brakes and the axles and springs.
When her uncle arrived, she was chewing a hash.
Made of leftover hoses and wine.
she just finished eating the clutch and the dash.
And steel-belted radial tires.
What have you done to my auto? He cried.
You strange, unpredictable lass! The thing won't work, Uncle Pot, she replied.
And he wept. It was just out of gas.
Let's see what these next two poems express about the meaning of words.
Thoughts on Talker by Walter R. Brooks.
Some people talk in a telephone.
And some people talk in a hall.
Some people talk in a whisper.
And some people talk in a drawl.
And people talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
And never say anything at all.
Feelings About Words by Mary O'Neill.
Some words cling
As ice in drink. Some move with grace.
A dance, a lace.
Some sound thin.
Wail, scream, and pin.
Some words are squat.
A mug, a pot. And some are plucked.
Fat, round, and dumb.
Some words are light.
Drift, lift, and bright.
A few are small.
A is in all.
And some words are thick. Glue, paste, and brick. Some words are sad. I never had.
and others are gay.
Joy, spin, and play.
Some words are sick.
Stab, scratch, and nick.
Some words are hot. Fire, flame, and shot.
Some words are sharp.
Sword, point, and carp.
And some alert.
Glint, glance, and flirt. Some words are lazy. Saunter, hazy.
And some words green.
Pride, pomp, and queen.
Some words are quick.
A jerk, a flick. Some words are slow.
Flags stop and grow.
While others poke. As ox with yoke. Some words can fly.
There's wind. There's high.
And some words cry.
Goodbye.
Do you think you know how to read a book? This next poem by Kwame Alexander will give you a whole new perspective.
First, find a tree
A black tupelo or Don Redwood will do.
and plant yourself.
It's okay if you prefer stew.
Like Langston Hughes.
Once you're comfy, peel its gentle skin.
As you would a clementine.
The color of sunrise. The scent of morning air.
And sweet butterfly kisses.
Next, dig your thumb at the bottom of each juicy section and pop the words out.
Piece by piece.
Part by part.
Page by rustling page.
Then, when the sun is so quiet, watch a novel world unfurl right before your eyes.
It's a book party.
Stacked with all your favorite friends.
A picnic of words and sounds in leaps and bounds.
So get real cozy between the covers.
And let your fingers wander as they wander.
Squeeze every morsel of each plump line.
Until the last drop of magic drips from the infinite sky.
And bursts of orange.
Explode. Beneath a perfect purple moon.
Don't rush though.
Your eyes need time to take.
Your soul needs room to bloom.
Now sleep.
Dream
Hope.
you never had.
The end.
But sometimes I'm right, dark